Get my controller set correctly. And let's get ready for these bans. Now we can look at some numbers for these two teams. The favorite bans for Mystic have been Maverick and Malusi, with the favorite bans for Orphic being Jackal and Kaid. Let's see if they stick with those bans here tonight, or if they go with people that are a little bit different. First up is going to be the blue team banning, because they start on defense and they are going to take Hibana out of play. Now we have seen this recently from another team. I think it was 7 Lives. And Den was very complimentary of the Hibana ban. So clearly he wants to follow in their footsteps. Now let's see who will come out from the other team. Is it going to be Maverick? Is it going to be Thatcher? It's going to be Thatcher. No big surprises. Maverick, I don't know. It is becoming difficult to pick whether it should be Maverick or Thatcher these days. I'd still rather take Maverick off the board than Thatcher, because Thatcher is bandit trickable, whereas Maverick, there's just no stopping him. You just cannot stop him. All right, so on defense, we are going to get Kaid banned, which is one of their favorite bans for Orphic, just as I called. So, okay, good to see them holding true to that. I think Mystic are probably a little bit more back and forth when it comes to their bans. I think. But as I say, normally we'd see them ban Malusi, or that's their highest ban. But today it's going to be a Rooney. Okay, didn't expect that one. Didn't expect that one. But it's a good ban. Oh, funny enough, she was the last ban that was made by the blue team. Okay. Let's get going. This should be one hell of a game tonight. There is a lot on the line for teams as we go to gym and bedroom for the very first round. So gym and bedroom, often not the first one to get played, and no big surprise that Mirror is going to be pulled out. Now that could be enough to give the guys on Orphic the information that they need to successfully attack this site. Now, Clubhouse was the first map that we saw get played by Orphic. They have played this map twice. They've won it 1 time out of 2, so that's a 50% win rate, whereas Mystic haven't played this map at all in this league. So that's 2 plays for Orphic, none for Mystic, which means we have no stats for how they perform on this. Mystic have in fact banned this map 4 times, whereas Orphic have only banned it twice. So clearly there's some favoritism here for this map from Orphic. Orphic like themselves on it a little bit more than Mystic, I would suspect, but let's see how that is going to play out. Alright, so standard extension over into cache. We are going to get the external walls of CCTV reinforced, which isn't unusual. Single reinforcement here in cache with none on the side wall, but a standard rotate. And we are going to get a single reinforcement over here on the wall into warehouse. This is a very interesting setup coming out, and a mirror window being placed here. Very old school mirror window placement. Very old school indeed. And I do like to see this coming out. Single reinforcement on the wall here. This is just a very odd setup. A very odd setup. Looks like we're getting a setup here for a mirror window to be placed, possibly. Woken Sync doing some work over here on the wall in between the sites, with Strider and Hayden making their way up to the roof along with Harinderpool and Lost Hayden. Fun fact, Harinderpool has the 3rd highest KD in the league at 2.25, but he has only played 1 game, so there is plenty of time for that to all go wrong. As Strider's going to open up the window on the staircase, have a little peek, find no one there, and then back out, whereas Matty has taken some damage somehow. That must be through the wall here. This breach that's been opened up, presumably by an attacker, as 3 players are converging on that wall, ready to make their way in. Hayden does take down Typhloozon as he tries to go for a peek out of that mirror window. Looks like that mirror window is actually open. Even if it wasn't, it is now. So Woken Sync is going to just hold the angle here onto Jacuzzi while Strider is playing outside, getting ready to attack from construction. And this could be a big play onto the player there in construction. That is Zico downed. He isn't killed, but Hayden does get downed outside on Jacuzzi. As Yoga is coming round here, he saw the head there of the player out on the balcony, but he didn't take it off. Oh, what? Oh no, the SMG-11. That is most unfortunate of him. He wants to pick up his teammate, but is he going to be able to? He is just going to leave him and start backing out as Lost Hayden does take down Woken Sink, and Harinderpool has control of site with one player down below. That is Pulse being played by Den, but he's going to start making his way back to site. Plant is going down as Den starts to rotate up. That plant is going to be successful, and Cheetah Den is going to claim one life. Zico is going to go down though with Cheetah Den playing in bathroom. He does try to jump out, but does get down from behind, leaving Yoga all on his own. The new player here on the team tonight in this league, 1 versus 4. Is he going to be able to clutch up? He's in the bathroom. He knows there's one player outside, but he's unlikely to get too many kills here. One at the gym window. It looks like Yoga spotted him. Yoga doesn't seem to see much that goes on. I think that's twice that we've seen him pretty much look an operator almost in the eye, or in the helmet at least, and then just turn away and walk off. All right. Well, round number 1 does go to Orphic. And that was an interesting game. Yeah. So we saw a very interesting setup coming out from the boys on Mystic. A setup that I've never seen before. I mean, I've seen a setup like it where you extend into cache. Obviously, no big deal sending the pulse downstairs. That's fine. But
attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
They only reinforced, like every double wall, they just reinforced one and just left everything pretty free for the taking for Orphic. And Orphic just basically came in. I mean, they lost a couple of bodies in the meantime, but they just came in, did what they needed to do, got the plant down, had full control of site with like a minute left on the clock, I think. And that was it. There was nothing else that Mystic were able to do. Very odd round. Very odd round. All right, double reinforcement up here in dirt. No big surprise. 2 Goyo shields going to be placed here with Cheetah Den coming up to probably put some ADSs down to stop them from getting blown up, or at least one of them from getting blown up. That's going to be that second one. Cheetah Den is going to back out, and he will go on the roam as Yoga's going to open up a load of holes here to chuck gas grenades out, I guess, to deny the wall, or to chuck C4s out to deny that wall from getting opened. Smoke shield going up here in the hallway. Nothing unusual there. Standard reinforcement on these 2 hatches and the third hatch in stocks. No big surprises here. No big surprises whatsoever. As Harinderpool is upstairs, he has control of garage. Lost Hayden is pushing in with him to make sure they've got complete control of top floor, to make sure there's going to be no late flanks. Strider and Matty coming in from the other side. And Cheetah Den just playing down here on the main stairs with Zico playing in kitchen under the hatch. Cheetah Den does claim that first kill. That is not a great roam clear coming out as Cheetah Den claims first blood and makes his way back to site. 5 versus 4. That's a great play from Cheetah Den to get a pick and then just back out. You don't have to get loads of kills. You just have to waste time. And that's going to make the attackers think, oh, we got a roamer we need to really worry about. He's claimed a life. Let's keep checking. Get on those drones, boys. And all the time he's going to be back in sight. And they are completely safe from him. All right, so Harinderpool playing on Ash is responsible for pushing in. They know there's a player down there in blue. That's Goyo over to the left of where was being peeked. Harinderpool comes up and is going to rotate through to the kitchen with Hayden here already. Oh, almost does some damage to his teammate. Matty looking like he's getting ready to open this kitchen hatch. Zico is down below. He has impact grenades, so he will be responsible for impact tricking this hatch. He's getting ready, but Harinderpool's going to look down. Will he see him? That's the question. He's going to use some breaching charges. Matty is just watching the holes while Ace actually does the damage to the hatch. That impact trick is going to be successful, but Harinderpool is going to deny the second attempt, and that hatch is going to get opened up as Zico is taken out of play. 4 versus 4 now with Typhloozon and Woken Sink down in blue. Typhloozon's going to look down to the bottom of main stairs, which is generally the next play for attackers once they've opened up kitchen hatch. Normally, you would send one player down below to open up this church wall. Now, we do have 2 players heading down there, but neither of them look to be hard destruction, I don't think, as Hayden takes down Yoga. Lost Hayden gets one of his own, and that's going to be Cheetah Den claiming his second kill of the round, the only one to get kills in this round. And he's got 3 more left to find. He's going to see one in blue, and he does manage to get that kill but his teammate does go down, leaving him in a 1 versus 2 with just 20 seconds remaining. We can hear players running around up on the floor above him. They are going to drop the hatch. Matty is in, getting ready to plant. Hayden's going to cover from above as Cheetah Den comes around to try and stop it from a distance. Oh, he sees the player drop. He knows where he is. He's going to pre-fire. Oh, no! No! Oh... I'm going to be honest, that was a tremendous play from Cheetah Den. He actually denied the plant, but due to the amount of time that was left on the clock, the timer, the official round timer, hadn't ended, which means that unfortunately, because he got killed after taking out the diffuser planter, the round was not won. That would have been a great play from Cheetah Den. Well, it was a great play from Cheetah Den. Whatever way you look at it, it was a great play from Cheetah Den. It just didn't pay off, unfortunately, quite as well as it should have done. That very much deserved to be a round-winning clutch from Mr. Den himself. But it clearly just wasn't meant to be. Now, third round is going to go back to the very same site. We saw Cheetah Den carrying his team for kills there in that one. And in fact, he's the only one on the team that's even got any kills. This is not looking good for Mystic. Orphic have to win this in regulation. Mystic have to win this in regulation to have, well, to go into playoffs. That's the only way they're going to qualify for the playoff spot after tonight's game. If it goes to overtime, neither of these teams will go to playoffs, and Free Elo will. So this is absolutely huge. Let's take a look at some stats for this map. And these stats are from this season. We can see that this map is overall 52% defender favored. So to be 2 rounds down after the first 2 rounds on the defensive side isn't good. We expect to see them start winning some rounds, and we are going to get the same play this time. We are going to get a top floor clear with Cheetah Den playing on this main staircase. He's going to make his way up to make sure he gives these roam hunters a good hard time. Now we see the drones coming through. That's going to come through any moment now, and that is going to spot Cheetah Den. 2 drones are going to be on him. He hears that wall gets opened up. He pre-fires it, does a little bit of damage to Strider. Takes 25 health away from him, and he does back out. He hears those drones chasing after him. He's going to pre-fire to try to get the picks onto the drones, but he is just going to back into sight and make sure he lives to stay alive to get a late flank a little bit later, because he does love a good flank, does our Den. But Strider opening up all the default holes here, pre-firing down onto that staircase through the wall, just in case Den's there, but he isn't, and he is going to remain alive as Hayden starts to make his way down blue. Sorry, Lost Hayden starts to make his way down blue. Hayden getting ready to do his job in the kitchen. Harindapool dropping drones, and is going to drone out blue. He's going to find one player down there. That's going to be Goyo, who cannot hit his drone shots. And Harindapool is going to drop and pre-fire as he does, and he does a load of damage to Wokensync. He's going to get back onto that drone in his safe position behind the wall. He's not going to know there's a second player there. He does now, though. He pre-fires it, and Typhloozon just looks around and he gets that pick. Very well done there to Typhloozon. 5 versus 4. The Zico holding onto that hatch from below, with Yoga playing here in dirt, waiting to get some kills. And of course, I just realized Typhloozon, congratulations on being the only player other than Den to get a kill in this game here, or for your team. Nicely done. Wokensync's going to hold on to blue, and this is going to be a good hold for him. Lost Hayden's getting ready to push down there, but most of the team are going to be looking to come in from the Church and Arsenal side, or drop in the hatch just like they did last time. You can see they've done a whole lot of damage here in the kitchen, and their play is clearly to get in and drop the diffuser down somewhere here in Arsenal, just like they did in that last round. That's what they are set up for. They're set up the vertical cover. Matty's going to be the one dropping, but Hayden is going to go down through dirt. Yoga has his back turned. And is he going to hear Hayden crouch walking and vaulting in behind him? He doesn't hear him. This is a freak. Now he hears him. Hayden manages to take down 1. He manages to take down 2 from that position. Well played to Hayden, clearing out that side of the site. And that's going to leave Cheetah Den and Zico in a 2 versus 3. Cheetah Den's going upstairs to watch through the holes in the kitchen floor. He's going to... No! He walks in. He doesn't realize there's a player there. He gets taken down. Oh no! That was Sledge. But Sledge is the last man standing. Zico has plenty of health. Strider has hardly any. This is almost an impossible win for Zico. This drone is going to go onto that diffuser. Strider just has to wait and listen What can Zico do about this? Very, very little. Free fires go out from Strider to force Zico off of that diffuser. And this, there's no way Zico's going to clutch this. No way. If he does, I will be gobsmacked. 13 seconds to go. He's got 4 seconds to get the kill onto Strider and stick that diffuser. There we go. That's 7 seconds. He has to commit now or it's nothing. This is it. This is round over. And it goes to Orphic yet again. Great plays there. Great plays. Thank you very much for the follows. Priz, very much appreciated. 81% of chat predicting Orphic for the win, says Mrs. Toots. Makes sense. Makes sense. Thank you for the follow, Dishy, as well. Modality says he feels like he might have voted for the wrong team. It's not going well right now. It's not going well for Mystic right now. CCTV is going to be the next site to get played. We haven't seen it come out yet. Is this going to be the site to turn things around for Mystic? Who knows? I don't know. That's for sure. That is for sure. Oh, we're going to get a Frost 6 picked for Valkyrie, and we are going to get a 6 pick off Jackal onto Iana. I'd love to see a Frost play, but this map I don't think is hugely suited for her. She's got the kind of utility that you need to rely on for those last-minute pushes. And Orphic haven't really been pulling off last-minute pushes just yet. Now, if you can leave Frost alive until the end of a round and start putting down Frost mats, you know, in this window perhaps, create yourself a little vaultable rotate here, drop one in there at the end of the round or late round. It might catch someone out, but I think for the rest of the time, you're not really going to catch anyone with Frost mats in this map. All right, so what kind of setup have we got? Standard double reinforcement down here on the garage doors. New double reinforcement up here. New teams are starting to do that this season. Always used to be have a rotate on the right-hand side, but this season, no one wants rotates. No one. Double reinforcement as standard up here. Once that gets open, there's one magnet there to deny any chuckables. No shield on radio. And we are going to have Malusi being played by Wokensync over here in the master bedroom, with the rest of the team over here pretty much on site, with Woken playing just off-site. No spawn peaks being played here. Strider down below. Looking to make some plays into garage. Very common thing to see from Orphic, I think, on this map, is for them to make a play into garage and chuck grenades up to the top of the catwalk to take out the player that's up there. It is Zico. He's going to have magnets there protecting him, but Strider is still going to want to use his grenades to take him out of position. We've got 4 players up here on the balcony. Heavy commitment to this balcony play right now.
Special charge. Stay clear. Take cover.
Heavy commitment to it. And they do get that main wall open, and they are just going to rush in as Matty's going to plant in the doorway. Typhlosion with the mighty Alder is going to take down one. Cheetah Den's going to get one with the C4, and that is it. That's a 5. A 5 versus nothing now as Mystic. As Mystic get their first round on the board after a not great rush attempt coming out from the boys of Orphic. We have seen, I think it was them do it once before. It paid off that one time they did it a lot better than that time. I'm pretty sure it was them that did it. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. But that was a nice quick round. And we're going to go back to Church and Arsenal, the site that's been played twice already and lost twice already by the defenders. I think if Orphic had tried their standard play on that site, it might have worked out a little bit better. Might have worked out a little bit better. Mrs. Toot, thank you for the tweets. I guess I didn't look at that before I put it up there. Maybe I should have. Strider was not untouchable in that round, Darks. Not at all. Not at all. All right, so round number 5. 3-1 up right now to Orphic. Round number 5 is back on Church and Arsenal. I suspect we'll see a very similar setup to what we saw the last 2 times. The question is, will Mystic be able to make it work this time? And that is a very good question that I'm sure everybody is asking. Absolutely everybody. On the one hand, I'd love to see this map go to overtime because we do like a good close game. We do like a good close game. And it would allow free Elo a spot in the playoffs, which I think would be a very special story. But at the same time, for both of these teams, neither of them want it to go to overtime. They just cannot afford it. If this goes to overtime, essentially both teams have lost because they don't make it to playoffs. They don't get relegated, but they don't make it to playoffs. So this is a huge game for both teams, literally fighting for playoffs in regulation. Drone, huge throw over drone there coming out from Hayden, and it gets destroyed midair because it can't stand the, what is it, the barometric pressure of being so high up in the sky. That's unfortunate. Goyo out there in lounge is going to peek. Hayden firing from a distance, opening up that doorway. Woken Sync is going to peek it, and then he's going to back out. He is unsuccessful as he does open fire there onto Hayden. I mean, he does do a fair bit of damage. That was a big ball play from Woken Sync as Hayden is now going to open up the dirt tunnel. Great control there from Hayden as he opens up that doorway. Just face checking everything as he walks into the kitchen. Getting ready to open up that hatch, I'm sure. And he is going to watch this main staircase as Strider is pushing down to join his teammate. I don't understand why players just make such small movements. They must do so much damage to their controller. Alright, anyway. Harindapool holding blue with Goyo down there. Gets on the drone. It's going to see what he can find. Typhlo's on. Going to be playing on site. Cheetah Den downstairs on site. Zico on site as before. Yoga playing this time isn't going to fall for the shot in the back or the attempt at a shot in the back like he did last time. Proximity sensor goes off. That's going to alert Woken Sync to the position of a player, and he is going to pre-fire it as we've got one player up there on the hatch as well, which is starting to get opened, it sounds like. It is open already. That's the Moto hatch that's getting opened. Goyo is going to peek out, and we've got the player up there on the hatch just waiting for this pressure to be applied by Woken so that he can get that pick. Whether it goes to the player on the stairs or the player on the hatch is another matter. Hayden just lost Hayden just watching and waiting. Oh, come on. He's going to switch up his utility. Try to bait that player out, but Woken is going to pull back. Wow, it's really hard to see that camo. What is that camo on Lost Hayden at the moment? As Harindapool takes down Woken. It was the player on the stairs. As we are now in a 2 versus 5. Hayden has gone down. Cheetah Den playing on site. 20 seconds to go. Cheetah Den does claim 1 life. Making a 2 versus 3 now with 1 player down. And the attackers need to push in here. Oh no, Strider with the SMG-11 takes down Cheetah Den, leaving Yoga all on his own. He manages to take down the player with the diffuser. He's just got, oh no! He gets the kill. He gets the kill, but the player dropping and teabagging away as he falls in. Ah, and that round is going to go to Orphic. And we are going to get a rehost. 4-1 right now for Orphic, and they are looking very, very good. Very good indeed. As we go to a rehost. Now, bear with me for a moment, stream. We will go to a rehost screen, and we will be right back for... Gets denied. Oh, the only site that they have won. This is really not looking good for Mystic right now. Alright, so I was just reading ASR6's message in the chat. Okay, so standard mirror window setup is coming out. Looks like we are going to get the same setup that we saw the last time. But it didn't work well at all. I'd like to see just guys on Mystic at this point. At this point. I'd like to see Mystic just falling back on some ranked play. Woken Sync is going to open up all the default holes here at the bottom. Cheetah Den with the early kill there onto Harindapool. I'm going to give him a, I'm going to give him an achievement there. I'm going to say, Den, give him a chance. Get in the spawn peaks. Well played. Den has had enough. He is just going to go and claim the lives wherever he possibly can. C4 getting ready to go out there onto the roof from Woken Sink, but there is nothing there to get, and he does think twice about it as Lost Hayden is going to send a drone in to see if he can find where that player is. But that drone is going to get taken out by Woken. Is he going to chuck a C4 or is he going to be patient? We have 3 C4s in play here from the defensive team, and they do have control of this round right now, being 5-4 up with 2 minutes left on the clock. We've got Hayden laid down out here on the balcony along with Lost Hayden, and Matty looks like he'll be coming up there as well. He's going to be holding some positions through that hole in the wall, no doubt, as he gets ready to chuck in a stun grenade, but he isn't going to. Typhlosion's going to use this mirror window to try and peek out at just the right times. They need to deny this mirror window from getting opened up, and we can hear a signal jammer at the feet of Typhlosion, which is exactly what that's going to do. That is going to stop this window from getting opened. Oh no, but he is going to get blind. Are they going to act on that? The grenade goes in. They check there's no ADSs, and they do manage to chuck a grenade into down Typhlosion. And they are going to finish him off with a second grenade. Yoga goes for that pick, but he's not going to get it as Strider is down outside, 3 versus 3. But Strider's likely to get revived. He's going to move himself to safety, but Wokensink is going to take down Hayden. That's a 3 versus 2. But Strider is going to get revived as Matty goes for that plant. It's not going to get denied by anyone here, as Zico is watching the gym, but he's watching the wrong position. Plant gets stopped for some reason. He moves position. Cheetah Den down below tries to go for that C4 kill, but he is not successful. Matty still has Diffuser. He's going to make his way into the bedroom. Wokensink still has a C4 in his hand, and he knows that someone has made his way in there. He's holding that angle, waiting for the peek, as Thermite is going to drop out of the bathroom. Cheetah Den comes back up that main staircase, and he rotates all the way around back into bedroom, but he exposes himself to Zico, who gets the pick. Zico comes around to the window, and he takes down Strider. Sorry, it's Woken that got that kill onto the planter, as Lost Hayden, I nearly said Last Hayden, but he is the last man standing. Lost Hayden in a 1 versus 2, and it looks like this is going to be a Mystic round, and we are going to get a 4-2 split at the end of the first half, which would be quite something here for Mystic at this point in time. Plant is started, but it's not going to be successful. Zico's not going to allow it. He comes right in and he gets that kill. And finally, we see the second round on the board for Mystic. Can they start to bring this back? Can they start to bring this back? I just saw what's coming up on the screen now. All right, the sides are going to switch. And we are going to see CCTV be the first site get played by Orphic. A site possibly that Mystic should have gone to first. But they didn't. Okay, we are going to get a 6 pick from Blitz onto Maverick. That's going to be from the new boy, Yoga.
Need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Let me tell you something interesting about the difference between Orphic and Mystic right now. When it comes to KD, which isn't everything, 3 players from Orphic are in the top 15 for KD in this league. Den is the closest to them in 21st position. Den is 21st place in the league when it comes to KD, with 3 players from Orphic being in the top 15. One of those players isn't playing today, but the other 2 are in the top 12. So when it comes to fragging, Orphic have the power here, it seems, as Lost Hayden has left the game. There is time for a rehost, and we are going to get a rehost, it seems. We are getting a rehost. So, all right, welcome back. Welcome back. Sorry for the lengthy rehost. Had some server issues. So CCTV is going to be the site to get played. It has to be the same operators and site that we played before the rehost. To be honest, I don't know what the operators were. So we're going to have to just trust that these are legitimately the real operators. Okay, while we're waiting for this round to actually start off, let's remind ourselves there's no kills or deaths yet. But we are a 4-2 in favor of Orphic. We do have a tweet we can pop up. All right, so we're going to have Typhloos on playing on Thermite, Cheetah Den on Ash, which is no big surprise. Capital, Woken Sync. Yeah, that's a good fit for him. That is a good fit for him.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being...
Yoga on Maverick. I haven't seen him enough to know if that's good for him. And Zico can be good on Zofia. Zico is a gunner. Zico can gun with the best of them. Champ level player, that's for sure. So we should be able to see him fragging out. He's done a fair bit of work for the team today, but not as much as I would have expected, in all honesty. Now let's see the difference between an Orphic setup and a Mystic setup here on CCTV. We do have the rotate here. Now it's not a walking rotate, it is a vault rotate. As Lost Hayden looks like he is losing connection. It doesn't have a high ping. But if he drops out now, that is it for Orphic. They do not have another rehost. As we are going to get 4 men pushing up here to the main wall. Maverick starting to do his job, and Lost Hayden is going to drop out, unfortunately. This is not what Orphic need at this point in time, and looks like we are just going to get a rush here as Zico, and we do get a team kill there. Oh no, coming out from Woken. That's not what Mystic need. This is a clustercluck of issues here. We are in a 2 versus 2. 2 versus 1. As Mystic do manage to just pull this back. Hayden is all on his own, waiting and watching. He's going to pre-fire through the wall as much as he can, and that rush strat didn't work as well as it was supposed to, but it did work eventually. Yeah. Now we cannot rehost. We cannot rehost because the single rehost has been used by both teams, so there are no rehosts left, which means we have to continue in a 5 versus 4. Okay, so CCTV is the site we're going to play. And this isn't what Orphic need at this point in time. Is this going to count against them? This could be huge. This could be huge. I'm sorry, guys. I was really slow on the uptake there for calling the shots on that rush. I really lost sight of what was happening. I was looking at the issue with Lost Hayden. But it is what it is. I doubt we'll see the same play coming out from Mystic again. I think that was going to be their strategy, whether they were 1 man up or not. And we are going to get 2 rounds played without Lost Hayden, but we will not have 3 because he has managed to return into the game. This could be huge. That could be a huge issue for Orphic. Neither team wants this to go to OT. The only team that really wants this to go to overtime right now is Free Elo. Alright, so Harinderpool going to be playing here in construction at the moment. Stride is going to make his way into sight. Hayden is the man on the catwalks, and we are getting a full push up here onto the CCTV wall again. Now, we do have Woken Sync on Capital. He's playing up on the roof. He's going to do the same play did last time, but Harinderpool is going to counter this. He knows there's a player out there. The yellow ping does go out, and Harinderpool is going to be the man responsible for shutting down Woken with the right timing. Maverick has done his job on the wall. Thermite is going to start to open it up. Harinderpool getting ready for his moment to shine to take down Woken Sync. There we go. Pre-fires through the window. And he is going to back out as Capital has jumped in. 4 versus 3 now as Herinderpool makes his way into sight and does manage to take down Woken eventually. 3 versus 3. Zico goes down at the hands of Matty, leaving Cheetah Den taking a whole load of damage as he drops downstairs and is going to make his way up the east stairs. Gas grenade goes out. That's going to slow down a potential push up. No, it's not, because it's not on the staircase. Oh, that player upstairs. He knows something's happening. He knows that is smoke. He's going to peek. He's not going to pre-fire. Oh, he doesn't see the head of Den, though. Den's laying down on the staircase. Oh, and he misses the shots. Matty gets away with his life. Drone from Yoga going out. Cheetah Den is going to back out and rotate around to gym and bedroom with Yoga standing outside on the other side. And they are going to want to play a pinch strategy here onto the last 3 players from Orphic. Now, Herinderpool, though, is waiting for Cheetah Den to make his way up here. Herinderpool versus Den. Herinderpool in a very strong position, holding behind this cabinet. No one ever really looks there. Den's going to chuck the drone in. And Herinderpool is going to take him down, leaving Yoga all on his own in a 1 versus 2. Can he clutch this? He's got Diffuser. Oh, he's going to take down Hayden, leaving him in a 1 versus 1. This is intense. 50 seconds to go. 50 seconds to go here. Going to get on drone. He's got all the time in the world, as long as the world only has 45 seconds left. He's going to pre-fire, get onto his drone to try to find some intel. Oh, still pre-fires through the wall coming out from Herinderpool as Yoga starts to put that plant down. He's going to rotate his way around as Herinderpool is distracted. Pre-fires. Oh, they're both on pretty much the same HP now. This is so close. Herinderpool starting to plant, but Yoga starting to plant, but Herinderpool's got a C4. He can deny that default plant spot as the red pings go out. Pre-fires through the wall. We need a play here from Yoga. He's going to move into sight, but Herinderpool is completely a different position to where Yoga peaks. And Herinderpool does win the round. Putting 1 on the board for Orphic. Well, this is going very interestingly. Very interestingly indeed. Hey, thanks, Turtle. Very much appreciated. All right, while we are waiting for that tweet to finish, we are going to Church and Arsenal for the next site to get played. We aren't going to get another play on CCTV because it has been won. It is therefore locked. So Church and Arsenal is going to be the site of choice here for Orphic. And let's see if they will be able to be as successful as they were in that last round. Now, they do have lost Hayden back, so we are back in a 5 versus 5. And I kind of feel like Mystic are just throwing stuff at the game now. And not really putting the huge amount of effort into it. I feel like Mystic have just lost interest at this point. Hey, Andy Burke, thank you very much for the subscription, my guy. Very much appreciated. I feel like Mystic have taken their foot off and just said, oh, let's just have some fun. This is probably our last game in the league. Let's just run in and do some stuff and play for kills. Maybe. Maybe. Anyway, default double reinforcement up here on Dirt Tunnel Wall. It is still perfectly winnable here for Mystic. They can do it. They've got the right operators in this round, so maybe they aren't just throwing stuff at it. They do have the right operators. They've got operators to open hatches, operators to open church wall. So, yeah, who knows? Well, Cheetah Den is just making his way in with the G8. He is just going for fragging power. Cheetah Den is a G8 lover, and he is going to get ready on this staircase, watching down into blue with the skinniest of angles there, watching for the legs, but he is instead going to watch over here, over to the left side of that ventilation unit. Is that a player moving up blue? Is it hurt? Well, Cheetah Den with the suppressor on does take down Hayden, leaving us in an early 5 versus 4. Who would have thought that was going to happen? Piper Roson's going to come in to join his teammates in the building, and Yoga is going to be taking down default cams outside. The easiest picks of Yoga's career in this game. 5-1 right now, though, since the rehost for Yoga. As Smoke struggles to take down that drone. He does get it eventually. Matty playing on the jukebox. Here's that hatch get opened. He's going to wait for someone to drop in. As Herinderpool's going to continue playing in blue. Hard breach charge, opening up that hatch right above the player here on blue, who is going to go for that flank. Wokensink is there, but he's on cams. He is not watching. If Harinderpool comes up here... Oh no, Zico's there though. Zico right for the picking as Harinderpool is holding the angle. Harinderpool takes more damage than Zico. Harinderpool should have come off better there, but the Zico is going to claim that kill. And this is huge right now for Mystic. I told you Zico was a gunner. 5 versus 3. He's going to hold this player on blue in position and just keep waiting for the tiny little peaks. And if that player keeps peeking himself around, he's going to be in a whole load of trouble as Cheetah Den takes some damage there. In dirt from Strider, gas grenade goes out. That's a waste because that player has backed out. Cheetah Den is no longer there as Lost Hayden gets taken down, but Matty claims a life as Woken quickly refrags it, leaving Strider all on his own in dirt tunnel. The most common position for a smoke to be playing. Plant is going to be successful. It's not going to be denied. Strider with just 6 bullets in this shotgun is going to wait for someone to push him, but Mystic need to play this very, very sensibly. I cannot see this being anything other than a Mystic win. The question is, will it be on kills or will it be on objective? Is Strider going to play his life or is he going to get the KD ratio? No, he is going to get flanked by behind from Cheetah Den, who is going to get that kill. And that is another round going to Mystic, making it a 4 versus 5. In the score, not players, obviously. A 4-5 scoreline right now. Since the rehost, I think we've only played, what, 2 rounds? No, 3 rounds since the rehost, and Yoga has suddenly turned around and started picking up the frags. He wasn't doing quite so well on frags before, but he has started to pick them up now. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Error message there. Don't need that. Church and Arsenal is going to be the site to go to.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as
Orphic wanting to give it a second crack. Let's see if they can be successful this time. Let's hope. Let's hope. Alright, so we will get the very same setup here, I suspect, that we saw last time. No big differences. Standard double reinforcement. Harinderpool placing some ADSs down here to support smoke in the dirt tunnel. Behind the shield. Lost Hayden, though, is going to be playing on Maestro, which I don't think he was before. No, he was playing on Maestro before. I just missed it. Wokensink still on the Capitao. And no doubt we'll see something very similar coming out. Oh no, we're going to get the pre-fires from Harinderpool. He does a little bit of damage to Wokensink, who loses almost half of his health. Harinderpool does that damage and then backs out, returning to site, making sure that the attackers are just a little bit nervous about what's going to happen. We have the same setup here when it comes to signal jammers and ADSs. We also have a Banshee there to slow down any players that try to push down dirt tunnel, with Strider with that SMG-11 ready to take down any drones that come down that dirt tunnel. 2 players, 3 players on site. Harinderpool just slightly off site here on blue. And we are still in a 5 versus 5 with no players having lost their lives yet, but Wokensink very, very close to it. Typhlo's moving in to join his teammates, and we are going to get a play here onto Moto Hatch, it seems, with Cheetah Den starting to make his way towards the main stairs. He's going to open up some holes to push the anchors out of position. Slightly too far to the right there. I'd like to have seen it a bit more to the left so he can cover that doorway into Moto a little bit better. But Harinderpool claims that first life onto Wokensink. But he has used his utility the way he needed to. Harinderpool just dancing around there after getting the drone kill. Yeah, as Cheetah Den claims a life, leaving us in a 4 versus 4. Sounds like Zofia is starting to do stuff with the lifeline. We hear something get taken down there. Guessing it was a Banshee. And Jaeger playing here on this AC unit could be in for a world of hurt if he pops his face around to the side there. Oh, looked like Zico just saw his butt as he started to crawl away. Utility's going to go down. Zico's going to know that no one's there as gunfire rains out. I never understand why players use 2 lifelines at once. It doesn't stack up, really. So there's not really much point. Moto Hatch is open as Typhlo's going to take some damage from down below. 4 versus 4. No one going to dirt just yet. Typhlo's, though, looking like he is getting ready to make that rotate round there as Yoga takes a load of damage up there while he opens up this hatch. But it is going to get Impact Tricks. He has his last Selma to open up one hole in that hatch, but it isn't going to be fully opened. He has no more Selmas to open it, and that hatch is going to remain sealed, but he does have a line of sight to be able to watch for players down there to try to get some picks. 40 seconds to go as Cheetah Den takes down Hayden. 4 versus 3. Strider goes down as well to Cheetah Den. Just give this man a G8, and he will just destroy everything in his path. He didn't see, he was so tunnel vision there on his sights, he didn't see Harinderpool, and what was very quickly a round going in the favor of Mystic, it has turned around and is now fully in favor of Orphic. But Zico does claim that kill. Lost Hayden knows exactly where Zico is going to. He fires through the wall, gets the headshot, and that is Orphic now on match point. Well played to Orphic. 4-6 now. 4-6. Now don't forget, we do have overtime. If we see Mystic winning the next 2 rounds in a row, we will go to overtime. But by that point, there is no hope of playoffs for either of these teams. And Free Elo can sit there very happily knowing that they will have made playoffs. And they are very unlikely to get knocked off that spot. In fact, it's impossible for them to get knocked off that spot if neither of these teams win 3 points tonight. So this is huge for both teams. Mystic really need to do some work. They're going to be attacking CCTV and Cash. This has been played twice already by Orphic, and they've only won it once out of those 2 times. So they have a 50% win rate on this map. Now, if Orphic were to win this 7-5, they would draw with Free Elo because they'll have the same points and the same round differential, which means it then comes down to Free Elo to win against Reborn. Because if they lose, they'll have the same points as Orphic, but their round differential will drop, and they will therefore drop below Orphic, knocking them out of the running for playoffs. So it's very, very important to Free Elo that this match goes to overtime, and it's very important to Orphic that they close this game down right now. If they lose another round, then they draw with Free Elo, and if Free Elo win against Reborn, well, they go to playoffs anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm talking nonsense. Just ignore me. I'm completely confusing matters. Either way, ideally, Orphic want to shut this down right now. Okay, we have a standard setup here in CCTV with bandit batteries pre-placed. Those can be taken down from below with Cheetah Den playing on IQ. He can easily find those bandit batteries and pick them off from underneath. But we've got Strider down here who's going to be making a pain of himself playing on Malusi here in the garage. But Yoga is going to be looking to open up those doors. Now, Cheetah Den needs to be sure that there's no one here ready to kill him as soon as he walks in. But Woken Sync does get taken down early by Harinderpool. Cheetah Den just watching, waiting for someone. Oh no! But that player up there can see him, and they do tag Cheetah Den in the foot as Den does back out. Zico's going to take down those bandit batteries, and Yoga is going to open up that wall. 4 versus 5, 1 minute and 50 left to go. We still have 2, 3, 4, 6 drones. Oh no! What a play from Strider. He takes down Cheetah Den from behind as he starts running his way down blue. 3 versus 4. Big play there from Strider. Big play from Strider as that main wall does get opened up. But it is a vault hole. And Lost Hayden's just going to play carefully here on the staircase. Strider down below. He'll let his teammate know if anyone comes up that staircase. So Lost Hayden can just focus on the breach. Hayden, though, does take down Yoga. Typhlo's last man standing. 1 versus 4. Woken Sync has left. They have no faith in Typhlo's who does claim 1 life. Zico has left. Come on, guys. Have more faith in Ty. He can clutch this up. The funny thing is that Mystic have no rehost left. So if Ty does clutch this, they're going to be playing the next round in a 3 versus 5. 45 seconds to go as Typhlo's claims another body. Default camera is already down. 35 seconds to go. Typhlo's free-firing everything he can. Got 1 player there to the left of the doorway, 1 at the top of these stairs, which is very, very common. Stun grenade's going to go out. That player gives his position away. Second stun's going to go. And Jaeger is going to back out and head downstairs. Oh, but he gets that shot from the staircase. An impactless frags coming out from Typhlosion, who tried his absolute best despite his teammates' lack of faith. But he doesn't manage to win it. And it does go to Orphic, and they win 7-4. GG's to Orphic, who just qualified for playoffs. Well played to them. So if you've just joined and you're wondering why the scoreboard looks so lacking in kills, it is because we had a rehost in the middle, which means all of the kills got lost. All right, now we will be doing an interview with Strider. But if you bear with me,